When Eva Longoria stepped onto the red carpet of the International Film Awards, it was like time froze for a moment. The cameras couldn't stop flashing, the crowd erupted in awe, and the energy in the room shifted entirely toward her. Dressed in a mesmerizing silver gown that shimmered like liquid light, she wasn't just wearing fashion. She was wearing confidence. Every step she took spoke louder than words, radiating authenticity in a world obsessed with perfection. Her look wasn't about flaunting or fitting into Hollywood's impossible beauty mold. It was about being real, raw, and unapologetically herself. The gown hugged her natural curves, celebrating the beauty of imperfection, and reminding everyone that glamour doesn't come from size or symmetry, but from spirit. Within minutes, social media went into overdrive, with fans flooding platforms to praise her. Eva just redefined elegance, one user posted. She's what confidence looks like, another wrote. Yet behind that stunning moment was a deeper story of resilience. A woman who had faced insecurity, self-doubt, and the pressures of fame, yet emerged stronger, wiser, and more comfortable in her skin. Over the years, Eva has been open about how motherhood reshaped her perspective, teaching her to embrace every change in her body rather than hide it. That night, she wasn't performing for approval. She was making a statement about self-love. When asked about her style choices, Eva often explains that she doesn't dress to impress anyone but herself. She follows what feels right, what represents her truth, and that honesty is what makes her glow different from the rest. Her look that evening wasn't about trends. It was about timelessness, the kind that comes from being completely at peace with who you are. Even major fashion magazines couldn't resist calling her one of the most unforgettable appearances of the event. Critics and designers alike admitted that Eva's red carpet moment didn't just make headlines. It sparked a cultural shift. She reminded women everywhere that confidence isn't a size, it's an energy. And as her picture circulated online, the comments poured in, not about her dress alone, but about her power. She embodied a message every person needed to hear, that authenticity will always outshine artifice. In an era where filters rule and insecurities sell, Eva Longoria showed that the most beautiful thing anyone can be is real. Every movement of hers, every graceful smile, felt like a quiet rebellion against the digital illusion of perfection. And while millions admired her beauty, what they truly fell in love with was her courage to be herself. At the same event, Victoria Beckham's heartfelt confession about her marriage added another layer of sincerity to the evening's emotions. "It was the toughest test of our marriage," she said softly, her words carrying the weight of years of struggle and loyalty. But walking away was never my answer. That raw honesty struck a chord across the internet. Fans rushed to comment with messages of admiration. "This woman defines class," one said. "She's proof that love can survive anything," another added. Victoria didn't sugarcoat her truth. She spoke of rebuilding trust, of learning to forgive, of choosing love even when it's not easy. "It took years," she admitted. "But when you believe in something bigger than your pain, you find a way." Her voice carried strength without bitterness, calm without pretense. David Beckham had once described those difficult years as hellish, but hearing Victoria speak gave new meaning to endurance. Two people who refused to let fame destroy their foundation. Today, they stand not as a perfect couple, but as a real one, grounded by lessons, united by love, and surrounded by the family they fought to protect. With their children thriving and their legacy stronger than ever, the Beckhams turned every challenge into a chapter of growth. Victoria's closing words silenced critics who once doubted their bond. "We're not perfect, but we're real, and that's what matters." Her truth, much like Eva's confidence, reminded the world that real strength isn't about pretending life is flawless. It's about standing tall through every storm, with grace, courage, and authenticity. And that night, between Eva's fearless confidence and Victoria's vulnerable honesty, the red carpet wasn't just about fashion or fame. It became a celebration of truth, resilience, and a kind of beauty that never fades.